Hey y'all, iRix Guy here, and I've gotten a lot of questions about what's the best lens filter for the Phantom 3. Now this is the Phantom 3 Professional, but this would be applicable for any of the Phantom 3 models. So check the link within this video's description and you can find all the filters that I'm going to mention. Now the one I've got on here now is my favorite filter, and I'm going to explain why. So this is an ND4, Neutral Density 4 filter. And I like it for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's screw on, screw off. And number two, it's just, from my experience, when I film with the ND4, it seems to make the video just look smoother, in my opinion, especially when I'm filming over water. So if I was only going to use one filter for my Phantom 3, it would be the ND4. Now there's also a variety of other filters. There's the this is a polarizer filter right here. So it's really going to make the colors look more separated. But the reason I really don't use a polarizer much is that what I can do, I can fly with the ND4 and then I can go into post-production in Final Cut Pro 10 and adjust the color saturation levels. Check out my video on that. I'm going to post a tutorial for how I do my Phantom 3 video edits in post-production. So check that out as well. Here's another filter right here. And actually, that's just the factory lens protector that came with the Phantom 3. And if you were like me, you didn't realize it would screw off because it was silver colored, just like the Phantom 3 camera, but it does screw off. Now, with that said, there's several people that have mentioned that theirs wouldn't screw off. And obviously, you would not want to risk damaging your camera and or your gimbal. So if it's not going to come off, the good news is that there's SlipOn lens filters as well. So these right here, and they won't slip over the screw-on lens filter that I have on there now, but if I had the factory on, these are designed to slip over it. So you can get neutral density filter, you can get polarizer filter. Again, check the link within this video's description and you can find all of these. So it's another way to add a filter to your Phantom 3 but not have to screw it off. Now if you do want to try to screw it off and you're having a little bit of problems getting friction between your fingers, or getting grip rather between your fingers and your Phantom 3's factory lens filter, what you may want to do is what I did. I put a rubber band between my fingertips and the factory Phantom 3 lens filter, and then obviously with this well supported, because you don't want to risk bending anything or potentially breaking anything. But with the camera well supported, I gently grabbed it with a rubber band between my fingertips and I twisted, obviously counterclockwise to loosen or to tighten clockwise. And when I did that, I was able to get it off. Now once I got the factory Phantom 3 filter off for the initial time, going forward it's been easy for me to switch among various lens filters. Now again, I'm pretty much 100% ND4 now, but with that said, I also have the ND8, the Neutral Density Filter 8 as well. And now it's a situation, if you're using it, what I found from my flying experience is that even if it's really sunny outside, no clouds in the sky, your video is still going to look a little bit darker. Not that that's a problem, but just something to be aware of. So for that reason, I found the ND4 to be optimal for most every flying condition for me. Obviously, when the sun's out, I only fly during the daytime. But it's the one that has proven to me to be the most optimal for all the flying conditions. And keep in mind too, in post production, you can also adjust the brightness levels if you needed to. But it's really a matter of your video style, your preferences. But if I was only going to use one filter for the Phantom 3, it would probably be no filter at all, so I'd probably just stick to the factory Phantom 3 lens protector that's on there, or it would be the ND4. And I would say ultimately for me it's going to be the ND4, because I challenge you to film, and I do everything in 4K 30 frames per second auto. So go out the same day, back to back, fly with your factory Phantom 3 camera, the factory lens filter that's on there, and then put you on an ND4 in the same day, back to back, same lighting conditions, fly it. Take the videos home, put them into Final Cut Pro 10 or whatever you use for editing, and look at the visual quality. And what I would strongly encourage you to do is look at water and those sorts of things, because when you're flying over it, at least from my experience, the ND4 gives it a much more pleasant look from a video watchability perspective. So that's just my opinion. I hope this video helps. Again, check the link within this video's description, and you can find all of these lens filters and then some other ones as well. If you're not looking to get a bundle, I've got some that are listed individually as well. And if you have any questions, drop me a line, facebook.com/irixguy. That's my fan page. Or if you don't have Facebook, drop me a message by way of irixguy.com or 400orbelow.com. Thanks for watching. Fly safely. Y'all have a good day.